Greetings, class. I wanted to take just a few minutes to talk to you about your final assignment. In your final assignment, it's all in the title. We're putting it all together, population-focused practice promotion. So you're going to be promoting population health practice within your realm. So this assignment is geared to providing you with a venue to showcase what you've learned throughout the course as far as leadership and population health, and a tool to engage individuals in population health practice. You may devise the presentation and choose not to present in real time at this time, or you may go ahead and present the presentation to your stakeholders live. You're going to be using your previous assignments, as we've talked about, as components of the presentation. You may choose the presentation method, so that might include PowerPoint or Prezi. You want to make sure that it is a method that's appropriate for your audience and that it's done in a professional style. You're going to start off with your introduction. You're going to have at least 2 SMART objectives. And if you need resources on writing SMART objectives, please do reach out to me. You're going to move right into the population health practice, the why and the what. You're going to bring in the highlights that you did from your Compass assessment, and you're going to be integrating your organizing sentence as well as your stories of self and your stories of now. You are going to be bringing those in as engagement tools and demonstrate the why and what population health entails. So make sure that you're including some of the resources that you've gained throughout this course and helping these individuals see the why and to cite your resources. You are going to be looking into who is involved, and you've identified your stakeholders already. So you're going to just do a brief overview of your stakeholder map assignment. And what I really want to see is that you're applying those concepts and how you're engaging those who are the target for your presentation, and considering those things that you looked at as far as their values and interests and what categories those individuals fell into. Also, how are you going to engage maybe those who are opposed to moving forward with population health? Finally, you are going to dive into what your target outcomes are long term and looking forward. And you're going to look at developing a feasible timeline. And with that, you're going to bring in whatever change model or improvement model that you're integrating in your practice, or what's appropriate to your practice. And on your timeline, you want to be certain to coordinate the activities that you're going to do with the appropriate stage in the change process. You want to show that you're applying those concepts, that you can have a sound, so that you can have a sound process of implementing improvement or change. And then you're going to dive into the conclusion. And here with the conclusion, you're going to bring everything together for your audience. Remember, you are going to summarize your presentation with your conclusion in the form of a logic model, touching on each one of the points that's included in the rubric. And you're going to show how you're measuring your SMART objectives, whether it would be with a question and answer after the presentation, or maybe it's a short questionnaire or survey. How are you going to measure that your audience did in fact achieve the SMART objectives that you've outlined at the very beginning of your presentation? Of course, we want to make sure that you're applying those professional presentation skills as far as visuals when you're conducting this presentation, that your verbal communication skills are effective. With regards to written communication skills, that there is not too much text on slides, and they're done professionally and formatted in a way that's consistent and easy to read. You will want to make sure that your speech is clear and that you're demonstrating confidence. And as with any type of presentation, you want to make sure that there are key points. This is very important. Another item to remember is that engagement is important, and while you may not be conducting this presentation with a live audience, I want you to really consider bringing in the audience so they are involved. Um, that buy-in is important. So what steps can you take within your presentation to gain that buy-in? Of course, we want to look at APA formatting, making sure that your references are listed appropriately. The guidelines for the presentation are here. The rubric follows the instructions, and I have highlighted each of these components, I believe, that are within the rubric. Please do take some time to review the guideline assignments for the presentation as well as the rubric, and do not hesitate to reach out to me with questions. Thank you.